Hello everybody and welcome back to Cooking with Marianne. Today I'm going to show you how we make breakfast burritos. It's one of our favorite breakfasts and it's actually pretty easy. There is a special ingredient that I'll show you later we're going to throw in. Let's get to it. All right, so we're gonna start with 5 potatoes. They've been rinsed off really well. I'm gonna peel them all. So we're just gonna dice them up into pieces probably about 1/2 inch thick. Now, of course, the thinner that you chop them, the faster they cook. If you want to use frozen potatoes, you can do that too. I just happen to have this on hand, and that's what we're going with. They look like the makings of French fries, don't they? Some of them are a little bit bigger than others. I wasn't being too careful, but you get the idea. So there you go. Now you can use, like I said, you can use the diced frozen ones. Actually, you can use frozen French fries. We've done that before. Or you can use tater tots. That works as well. And now we're gonna chop up some ham, because this is gonna be ham breakfast burritos. You can use sausage. We've done that before. You can use bacon. You can go meatless. It's really up to you what you guys prefer. But today we're going to do ham because I'm going to show you some amazing flavor combos that you probably haven't thought of. Alright, now this is a very thick cut. I'm not going to use all of this. I'm probably going to use about, usually what I do is I judge how my potatoes are and go with about that much, but it's really up to your preference. I'm going to chop off the skin on the outside and as much fat as I can. We're gonna get our potatoes in the pan and get them going. The trick to potatoes, if you haven't cooked hash browns before, the trick is lots and lots of butter. So we're gonna start out with, what do I have here? We're gonna start out with like 3 tablespoons of butter. And I am gonna keep adding more as we go because I don't wanna have them swimming in butter and over judge it, but I also don't want them to stick to the bottom and not fry up real brown and nice like you like it. You have a little bit of a crunch, kind of like a French fry on the outside. That's what you want. But I have some backup here because I might use it, and if not, then that's okay. Okay. Sounds like our butter is ready. Let's pour in our potatoes. Spread them around a little bit. And for the first little bit, I'm just gonna let them chill in the butter because there's plenty enough. They're not gonna stick to the bottom quite yet. Now I'm just gonna give them a stir every once in a while so that they don't stick. But other than that, they're gonna just sit here and cook for a little bit. While they're doing that, I'm gonna get some eggs ready to go in next. All right, they're still pretty hard. but they are starting to soften. I'm gonna add some black pepper, a little bit of salt, and some garlic. This is all to taste, by the way, so I'm gonna add in, well, like that. Oops, here's my garlic. Our pepper. Give that a quick stir. Now with the pan I'm using, if you use anything like this one, this is the point that you're going to want to start to watch it because the butter's starting to get soaked into the potatoes and they are starting to stick a little bit. So they're not quite ready for more butter, but I also want to keep them moving so that they brown. Now I've got 8 eggs in here. We're going to just kind of lightly whisk them just so that they break up a little easier because we're going to get them scrambled in there when it's time. Oh, and I can hear it. Can you hear that? It pops different. That's when you know it's starting to stick. Now, if you like to use coconut oil, or if you like to use whatever other, if you like to use something else other than that, by all means go for it. I'm using butter because I like butter. I do have rendered bacon fat. That would be good in this too. I just realized that. But it's too late, so that's okay. We'll do that next time. They're starting to brown. Hallelujah! I thought this day would never come. All right, these are just about done. Now we're gonna add our ham. Ooh, it smells so good. It's all nice and smoky. All right, here is magic number 1. This is my magic secret sauce number 1, 20 ounce of powder. I've got in this little cup here, it is powdered maple syrup powder. And I'm gonna sprinkle this over the top. Now, if you don't have access to this, you can buy it online, or you can use maple syrup itself at this step. Keep in mind that because of the corn syrup in it, it's going to get nice and gooey and sticky with all of the starch down there. So you're going to want to cook it for just a second and then make sure that's kind of your last step. But there's more, so this isn't the last step. I probably added about a tablespoon of maple powder. You can do it to taste. You can leave it out. I just really, really like the flavor with that ham. And then we're going to put in some eggs in here. Now I am going to actually add a little bit more butter to this. Well, like another tablespoon. Get that in there. And pour our eggs right there. Okay. Now, I know that the eggs aren't done yet. I'm doing this on purpose. Here is magic step number 2. Homemade candied jalapenos. These are mild. You can make them hot. You can do straight jalapenos if you want. I'm not that gutsy, so today is not that day. Do probably like a half-ish cup, maybe 3/4 cup of that. Again, it's to taste, so add a little more. do a little less, leave it out altogether. No judgment. Those eggs are almost done. I did pack this in pretty thick because it goes very fast when I make it. And I love leftovers. This saves really well. You can also pre-make, you can stuff them in a tortilla shell and wrap them up very well individually, stick them in a freezer bag, and then pop them out as needed. We don't really know how long they last because we eat them before that happens. Now if you can't find candied jalapenos, if you don't want to make candied jalapenos, that's fine. I will be showing you how I make mine here in a further episode, and we'll link it to this video. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's coming, and if you see it, you're lucky, because we've already done it. Alright, looks like it is done. Smells amazing, and we're gonna eat. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Alright, let's dig in. Now, just so you know, we have cooked this and fed this to many friends and family, including several YouTubers that you may all know, and they all have thought it was incredible. So I think your family would enjoy this too. Nice little bundle of joy. So good. It is. Mmm. 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 That is amazing. It is delicious. I think you're gonna enjoy it too. It's really not hard to make. It's very cheap. You can add different things to it if you want. Sausage is great with it. Bacon's great with it. Chicken is great with it. And I think my crew wants to eat, so I'm gonna go feed them. Take care.